Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim teaching by the mind while Amat, as a sincerity and truth. So, Great Millstone, Dallas. I'm Yatazak. I got the brother on here with me, and through the Spirit, we was just going through some scriptures, going through the prophecies. IUIC has another rendition of a version of what Revelation is talking about regarding the M to the O to the T to the B. And we just gonna stand pat. We're gonna stand firm. You can keep on changing it all you want, but it's only one answer to it. You see. So let's go ahead and get that precept, and Lord willing, it won't even take long. We're gonna get into the prophecy. You notice that the lesson it's about the prophecy, not about anyone's ego. You see,
Right.
at the end of the day, you got guys that's preaching for envy and strife, and they did wrong regarding this prophecy. And all you got to do is look the words up, But let's go ahead and get started.
So this is Philippians, and we'll start at the verse. We'll just get to it, verse 15. All right. It says, "Some indeed preach the Mashiach, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill."
And they don't even preach a Mashiach. You see, you just preaching with it for envy and strife. And at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be just like the whole situation with Cornelius. One day you're gonna eventually start teaching it right, which is a good thing, because at the end of the day, it's all about feeding the sheep. It would make more sense to just teach it the right way. It would make more sense to just teach it the right way and hopes that the Lord gonna deliver you and your congregation rather than what's happening. You see, because Revelation 17 and 18 is going into the destruction of Great Babylon. You see, but Revelation 13 is going into the MOTB. Revelation 14 does. Revelation 15 does. Revelation 16 does. And so does Revelation 20. You see? And those have to happen. The reason why Great Babylon is going to be burned to a crisp is because of Revelation 13, 14, 15, 16, and 20. You see? So, you got anything before we jump into Revelation?
Yeah, man. The scriptures tell you not to be, don't be following up under somebody who's subject to this changing. This man is making a new breakdown of a major prophecy annually. Every year is something new. And you got to ask yourself, okay, is the Lord, is this the man that he's sending? Are these the kind of man that he's sending to guide me on the pathway to salvation? That's it on that.
You gotta ask. Let's go Revelation 13, and we just gonna get to the point. We're gonna go to Revelation 13, and we can start at. Matter of fact, when you pull it up, it's gonna give you a subtitle. It's gonna give you a subtitle in the blue letter of what it's actually going into. You know what I'm saying? In Revelation 13, it's talking about a man. You see, that man being the self-proclaimed Edomite. You see, it goes into the Roman Empire being reestablished, coming back after the Renaissance. It goes into the two-party. It goes into the two-party system, right? That's set up now. It goes into the image. It goes into the beast. It goes into the mark. You got to be able to break down all three of those. You see, the image is the way things are run. You see, all the homosexuality, the Roman Catholic Church. All these different things. The way that Great Babylon is presented today is the image. The beast is EU and NATO under the Roman Empire, the Edomites, who were Renaissance back in the late 1400s up until now. Okay, and that mark is how you show that you agree with what they're doing. And what that mark represents is to cross out the Messiah, replace him with medicine and technology, and take this C to the H to the I to the P if you agree.
Yep.
I ain't trying to rap.
Yep, you're giving dominion of your soul over to a man. Mm-hmm. It's like a digital all. Back in ancient times, when somebody would own a slave, what would they would brand them, or they would pierce them through the ear to show ownership. And in this time, people are going to give over. It's not going to be forced. They're going to actually just, like the elder said, they're just going to agree. They're going to give themselves over to it. They're going to be like, hey, yeah, this must be the thing to do. So they're going to choose the opposing side of Yahweh Shai. And many of those people are going to be people that know they're Israelites because they've been given an understanding that it was a gray area. There aren't going to be any gray areas with the prophets. There's not going to be any gray areas with the Lord. Is yay or nay. Okay.
And it's coming to the point. It's coming to the point now to where it's clear that this is a physical thing. You see, and they still, I will say, you still haven't come to the buy and selling. You still haven't come to a conclusion on that. You still haven't come to a conclusion on whether or not to take it, even though the law says, what's that? Leviticus 19 and 27. It's either Leviticus or Deuteronomy 19 and 27, where it's a law against putting something inside your skin.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
You guys know what subdermal means, under the skin, right? You can't put sin under the skin, you know. And if it is sin, that means we already had it. If the Lord made his sacrifice and was crucified on that cross and was resurrected, if all those things happen, how are we still under sin? Did he have the mark of the beast? You see, all these questions come. That was y'all can ask us as many questions as y'all want to. We got the solutions. We got the answers through the Spirit of power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You see, the scriptures talk about eye salve. Matter of fact, get Revelation 3 and 15 going to be in lukewarm, because all these other camps are lukewarm. You see, all these other camps are lukewarm. That's why the Lord is spewing them out their mouth, like spewing them out his mouth like that. You see, they're not about that. Look, I'm an Israelite. Wear the fringes. Chase this bag. That's their main concern. It's not getting out of here. It's not bringing down the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? It's not being meet for repentance when Yahweh Shai returns. That's why you see all this wiggling around when this topic comes up. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 3 and 15. All right, it reads, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
And that's what you starting to see. You starting to see. Look, it's to the point now to where the breakdown is getting so bad. Anybody with any piece of common sense or anybody that the Spirit is dealing with just a little, they're gonna be like, you know what? I just it used to make sense, but now it ain't making sense no more.
Yeah, those that are of the elect within that camp, they're gonna pull back from IUIC, and that's why Apostle Tahar always says, man, watch what happens with IUIC, man. They're gonna break up. The closer we get to the threshold, you know, Jacob's trouble, that thing isn't gonna hold up.
Right. It went from ain't no microchips is June to they might try it. They might try it. No. It's coming to fruition, man. Yeah. They already mastered the one in your hand. They're working on the one in your head now.
Yeah. Because when your life is on the line, you don't want, if you're putting your life in somebody's hands, right? What they're teaching you, say, hey, this is I'm gonna walk by this. And they're like, well, it may be, well, it could be, and it's not for sure. You're not gonna be. I'm like, I ain't rocking with you, man.
You should be as sure of what the MOTB is based on the scriptures as you are sure that you're an Israelite.
That's right. So you're gonna go with, okay, these people are sure. And damn, look, it keeps everything they're saying is happening in front of my face. It's right.
Now jump down a couple verses to where it talks about the eye salve. You see, because if you get spewed out of the Lord's mouth before you receive the eye salve, these prophecies ain't gonna make no sense to you.
That's right.
You see?
This is verse 18 in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. All right. It says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Right.
And anoint thy
coming out of all this, bring forth fruit meet for repentance.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou may see.
That's what I'm saying. The key is that eye salve. See, we can see these people lining up just the way our forefather John, the Revelator, saw it. Yeah. He wrote these things down for us to be able to break it down to our people so they'll know what to look for. They'll know what to say no to. You see? Now jump to what is it? Matter of fact, jump up to verse 10. Jump back up to verse 10.
All right, this is Revelation 3 and 10. It reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
That's what I'm saying. That hour of temptation is based on this MOTB system.
Yeah.
You see, it's going to come a point. Keep reading.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's what I'm saying. We dwell upon the earth. Our people dwell upon the earth. These heathen dwell upon the earth. We coming up on this system. We coming up on the point in history where this system is going to be presented. That's where we get into Revelation 13. Okay. Now, when it comes to Revelation 13, we're going to look up a couple words. You see? And then we're going to jump into chapter 14, because what it's doing is showing you that it's going to be presented. Chapter 14 is showing you what's going to happen to those that take it. Chapter 15 is telling you what's going to happen to those that stand stiffly against it. Verse 16 is going to talk about a grievous sword that's going to happen to those people that's going to take it. And then chapter 20 is going to get into the reward of those people that handle themselves properly during the hour of temptation. All right, let's go.
You want to start at the top, or you want to get straight to it?
We can get straight to it. Yeah, let's go to the beast in the earth. Yeah, let's go to the start right there.
Verse 13. All right, Revelation 13:13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
You know what I'm saying? That's Esau with his warfare, dropping bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki to the point to where that made people think that he's got it.
Yeah.
You see? We already established that the Roman Empire has been raised back up. You know what I'm saying? In Revelation 20, it talk about Satan being put in prison for 1,000 years and then being loose for a little season. From the Renaissance up until now is that little season, which is coming to an end. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to those miracles and things of that nature, he's telling you that he can conquer death. You know, he's telling you he can give you eternal life. You know, and the way that he's doing it is through these miracles, which is his technology.
Yeah.
You see, the Lord already made a blind man be able to see. He already made a lame man walk. The Lord already did all that. The Lord already conquered death. Here this devil come 2,000 years later talking about, pick me.
I could do it. And it's an artificial blessing. It's the great value version. All right. It's not quality. You get something that's great value, man, it ain't gonna last. You get furniture, you know, that cheap furniture where you sit on it too hard and it break. It's always a drawback to it.
That's what I'm saying. But instead of Fruit Loops, you got Fruit O's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of Hamburger Helper, you got Pan Burger Partner. It's bootleg.
Yeah.
You see, everything that he's promising, first of all, he can't deliver on it. Nope. And second of all, he can't deliver on it.
Right.
Keep going.
All right, continuing on. Shalom to everybody on the comment board as well. All right. Revelation 13:14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had
that's going into the rebirth of the Roman Empire.
That's right.
You see, the self-proclaimed white boy. Okay, the Edomites, the Edomians, right? They keep on trying to change up the pronunciations and shit like that's gonna matter. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 15. All right. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's what I'm saying. Look up that word killed. You see? Because it's a physical killing and it's also an excommunication. You're not going to be able to function in society if you don't do these things. You see?
Okay, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I would say at the end of the day, you're going to realize that this is a physical thing. You know, you can't just nail it to sin because it's too many holes in the doctrine. Saying that it's sin brings too many questions. You see? And every time they come up with a new version of it, and we say, no, nigga, it's this, they get upset. But I'm going to tell you like this. I don't give a fuck about a nigga getting upset. I would much rather say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You see? The Lord said, make your forehead hard against theirs. So if you insist on continuing to change it, we're going to insist on telling you, nigga, no, it's not it. That never changed. It's going to be a physical thing. Want me to pull up my blue letter?
I have it.
Okay.
I just had to refresh the screen. All right. So the word here for and should be killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strong's G 2443. Hina.
All right. And scroll down here. All right. Let me see.
It might be in the root word.
Yeah, right here.
I can't see that shit with my blind ass.
Let me make it the screen bigger. Make the screen bigger. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't let me see. All right, let me go back. Okay. Go back and click it again.
All right.
Yeah, but you were talking about that excommunication, not being able to function within society. We're seeing dress rehearsals for that. People that don't agree with a particular philosophy in the earth. You had some major examples here recently, and these guys aren't men of the Lord, of course, but like the Andrew Tate guy, he was bringing up biblical, coming from a biblical standpoint about a lot of things. They just made up a reason to take the man's money, freeze his accounts, and put him in prison. How much more so the Lord, when it really comes down to it, when he's really trying to get over that hump and establish his new world order, man. Men like us, we're going to be public enemy number one. Okay, because it's going to come a point in time where the men of the Lord, it may not seem like it right now, but we're going to be front and center stage.
Right.
All eyes are going to be on the truth. All eyes are going to be on the things of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and they're going to have to come to the men of the Lord to get it. So when that point happens, man, we're gonna be.
Here we go in the commentary. You know what I'm saying? It's like they done switch some stuff up in the blue letter, but that's all right because the truth don't change. Yeah. Right? It says, with the appearance of the beast from the earth, who is identified as the false prophet. Let me see. All right. It says, as the true anointed received his authority from the Father, so the Antichrist, which is not just one person, receives his authority from Satan. As the Holy Spirit gives glory to the true anointed, so the false prophet gives glory to the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. The spirit of the false prophet is always in the world, for it represents false religion or whatever philosophy people use in place of religion. It said it too will have its most intense expression in the days immediately before Hamashiach's return. The false prophet tries to make himself look as harmless as a lamb, but his speech shows that he belongs to Satan, right? Knowing the Antichrist is not just one person. Yeah. It says he has the same satanic power as the Antichrist and cooperates with him. This meaning seems to be that religious power, represented by the false prophet, joins with secular power, represented by the Antichrist, to establish the anti-God rule throughout the world, right? Yeah, you're choosing between Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and Satan.
That's right? that new world order. So when you look up like Noah Ferrari, I always mess up his name. Noah Ferrari. All right, Carl Schwab and those guys, when they say we don't need God, we can make our own water. They're putting people in the mind frame. Hey, we don't have to depend on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We have this technology that we can make our God. We have this technology that we could depend on for salvation. That's the line being drawn in the sand, and people are going to have to make that choice which side of that line they stand on.
That's right. Right. False religion supports the ungodly system that controls human society. Any who refuse to give their support face death. Since God marks his people with his seal, the Antichrist marks his people. If any refuse to follow the anti-Christian system, they suffer social economic discrimination. They are not able to buy even the basic necessities for living. That's what we need to talk about. That's what we need to be talking about. So when these other groups go into Revelation 13, we're gonna have to deal with that. The hour of temptation is based on this right here. Okay, here it is we got countless accounts where the Lord took care of our people. When you talk about the manna falling from the sky, when you talk about the raven feeding Elijah, so on and so forth, Daniel in the lion's den, so on and so forth, right?
Yep.
We have all these accounts and all these different things that say that the Lord is going to take care of us no matter what. But then here this dude comes saying we can make our own water if the Lord get mad at us, if we piss the Lord off.
Yeah.
You see, this is the battle that's going on in Revelation 13. You see? Let's go back to Revelation 13, and we're gonna keep reading.
All right, so let's put it back on the screen here. This is our Revelation 13, and I'll read 15 once more. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, regardless of socioeconomic status, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. We know that's charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Now, when you get into the charagma, look up the word charagma, right? That word mark, and I'm gonna look up that word all. When you look up that word all, right?
Yep.
It says individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything, right? Each, every, all, individually, right? A nation is made up of individuals. It's just true. It's just true. You can't put a mark. I would say you can't physically carve a mark into a nation. You got to do it to the people of that nation. And it says that all the world is going to be having to deal with this hour of temptation. Okay? When you get into that word charagma, it gives you the definition of it. You got it, bro.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right.
That's plain.
And it says a stamp.
Definitions.
Yeah, it says a stamp and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or in the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And we went into that is many Antichrists, people who are against, the Messiah, who are against that righteous vibration. The mark branded upon horses to show ownership of a horse, right? Or cattle.
Are not people considered beasts of the field?
Correct.
You especially consider the beast of the field when you don't have a law, statutes, and commandments.
Yep.
You see? It's always been that way. To mark your property, you brand them. You put a mark. You see?
Yeah.
That's what I said. They don't have to burn and brand a mark in you now. They're going to put something in you. That's the whole point. As a matter of fact, when you put your fork in your steak, doesn't that not signify that that's your fucking steak?
They even, like, on movies, they'll even show it, like, say there's the last steak on the table and you have the guy, he puts his fork in it, like, oh, it's mine. I pierced it. What
Esau do when he so-called went to the moon? He planted his flag and said, this is mine.
Yep, cut into.
You cut into it.
Just like a woman, when you break a woman's hymen. That's the consummation, showing the ownership. This is my possession.
That's right. You got it.
All right. So yeah, B. I read the first one. So it says a mark branded upon horses, right? Same way they would brand slaves, all that, show ownership. Then carved, sculpture, graven work. Now you talk about the thing carved into it. Goes to show you, man. It's not attached. It's in you. And we've seen that. We've seen in recently past 2 years. You've seen Elon Musk run his trials, showing that he could connect. They're running the trials in the head part, in the forehead. So you've seen the monkey trials a couple years ago, where the monkey could interface with a computer. All right, they did it with pigs. They were smelling different things, and it was showing the different brain waves. And they were saying, it releases signals, but we also can send signals towards the pig's brain. So this is the technology that this devil's getting ready to introduce to the people, to function in society. He's going to dress it up in a way to where it's so appealing and to where you need it to survive. Now, those who do not have the faith, all right, those who have been given an understanding about what this mark is, that's murky, that's a gray area. If you're the person teaching them that, you're putting them in the mind frame to be like, well, it's not the mark of the beast. That you're putting them in the mind frame. There's no consequences for taking this. Because once you take this, man, there's no turning back.
As soon as these other groups start seeing them chipping stations and them lines, they're gonna know.
They're gonna know what's up. They're gonna know who they should have been, learning from. But at that point in time, by the time that's happening, you think Esau gonna have us on the street corners?
Right.
You think a video is still gonna be up so that you can get a full understanding of what the hell is going on?
Right. You think you're gonna be able to wait till Saturday to get your lick back?
No. Hell no.
Go to the root word. Go to Karox. Yeah, go to the root word.
Right here.
Yeah, the root word. Yeah, the root word should be Karox.
There you go.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
Sharpened to a point. All right.
That's what I'm saying. When you go ahead and read that definition, I'm gonna pull something up real quick.
Okay. It says a pale or a stake, which you pierce with those, or a palisade or a rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. But yeah, that pale or that stake, man, it's a pierce. And when you look at the that needle to shoot the RFID chip into a hand, all right, you shoot it through like a pale or a stake into a person.
I'm about to share my screen.
Okay, cool. I'll stop sharing mine then.
Can you see this?
Yep. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the actual microchip, right? Comes through here.
Yep.
Pierces your skin and puts it in you. That's against the law, according to Leviticus. You see? And for you to push the law, statutes, and commandments, for them to even have this idea after, you should at least say no to that.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it's the M to the O to the T to the B or not.
You should at least say no to that.
You should at least say no to that. You see? But like you said, they leaving it open to where it ain't no penalty for it.
Yeah. So right? You even had one of the leaders of these camps. He said, "Well, if that was the case, how you gonna eat?"
I would say, you know how we gonna eat? We gonna eat like we ate in the past. The Lord provided for us.
The same way.
And
you gotta believe
that's the best answer. The Lord provided for us. It's in our history.
Yeah. And that's how you please. That's how you're gonna show the Lord that you down.
Mm-hmm.
When you really believe, like, you know what? I believe what I've been reading this whole time. The Lord gonna make a way. Most of these people that know the Israelites, they don't believe on that level. Nah. Okay, you can't please the Lord without faith, because we ain't gonna please him by our works. That's dumb. Right. our righteousness is filthy rags. So we're gonna have to believe in the way that our forefathers believed. So when this devil says, "Hey, you can't function in our society, you can't sit at our table unless you take this,"
right? And like Elder Yashua always say, you didn't create food. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Come on now. You did not create food, bro.
Right.
So for you to think that you're gonna keep the Lord's people from eating, you got demons on you. All right, let's get back to Revelation 13, and then
may I say one more thing? You look at that needle, the same way with you putting your seed into a woman. All right, you put your stake into a woman, and you put your seed, in her, and y'all become one. Look at that needle. What it look like to you?
Yeah,
he's trying to consummate with the Lord's people, man. And be like, no, this is mine now.
That's right. So and that's what I'm saying. And that's why we go into the Deuteronomy 22. We that damsel crying out. You know what I'm saying? When the damsel cries out, that damsel is found with no fault, because she did what she was supposed to do. She did all she could.
That's right.
You see? All right, you got it.
Okay, so back to Revelation 13. Let me share my screen here once more.
Come
on. Let's read that Karox one more time, just to double down on what the illustration we gave you guys. All right. So what? A pail or a stake. Okay. And it's very plain to see, man. It's so much proof here. But then when they break it down, you don't see them going into words and doing all this and piecing stuff together, showing what they're doing, you know, how they're trying to set up their new world government and showing the link between digital currency and how people are going to have something where they don't, there's no substance behind these breakdowns, and it's changing every year. Like, what do you can't be, you can't think, but you
that's
know
what I'm saying. So from last Saturday, that's what I'm saying. It's to the point now to where he got to do it every week.
It's like, damn, that's new. That's completely different from what you said in 2017.
That's completely different from what you said from last week.
Last week, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Last month it was something different.
It's like it's something different all the time.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. You run out of precepts when what?
When you lying. When you lying.
Damn.
Precepts when you lying, man. Golly.
Let's go.
All right, let's read this again. Okay, exit out of this. It's a lock from my computer. I need a new computer.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. I will say the spirit's still on that thing.
Yeah. This is Revelation 13:16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, this is his mark, but we have a mark that we receive in righteousness. You go to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. All right. The mark that we get, that's an exemption from judgment.
That's right. And you get that mark to be exempt from judgment when you turn this mark down.
That's right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What about my butt cheek? These niggas is stupid. All right, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, not being able to function within society, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
What's the word for mark in that verse?
Let's see. Come on, man. Let's see. Let's see. We gotta switch it up.
What's the word for mark in this verse? Since we so damn dumb.
All right, so you look up the word for mark in this verse. I wish I had a drum roll sound effect. All right. Wow, it's the same word, brother.
Man.
That's a shocker. Okay.
You know, carry on.
All right, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
He said, let him with understanding count the number of the beast. The Lord said, I'm going to give you prophets after my heart. You know, that's going to feed you. You see? And the breakdown has never changed. You know? All right, we got someone to come aboard real quick. Let me show you. Let me see.
The brother GMS Houston evangelist, he put up, he texted in commentary on the mark, and this is what he got. I think you might have read this a little earlier, but let's read it again. It says the technology to give people a mark that enables them to buy and sell in the electric economy is available. There are many different ways it could happen, and such programs are proposed and tested. And we know the way it's going to happen exactly. It's going to happen by way of that RFID chip. All right. And this is how you're going to be able to clock in to work, go buy food, sell. Everything's going to be linked to this. You're not going to be able to give debt notes to people anymore. You know, the Lord's going to have it in a way to where we're still able to maneuver. We're not sure exactly how he's going to do it, but we know he is. And we have to walk by faith. We have to step out of the boat, man, onto the water and trust that he's going to, keep us.
Now, check this out. It says, let him with wisdom count the number of the beast, right? The men that I put the spirit on to teach the truth, right? Let them count the number of the beast. Now let's jump to verse 14, chapter 14. You see? Now in this chapter, the mark has been presented. Do you want it or not? You could possibly get killed for it, right? But it's going to take a man with wisdom to be able to give you the information you need to understand what's coming so you can know what to deal with. Jump down to verse 9.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. So now that this information has been presented, the devil has presented his, the prophets have presented theirs. Now you got decisions to make. In chapter 14, it goes into whose decision? The doom for worshipers of the beast. You worshiping the beast if you take that mark, if you accept that image. Okay? Go ahead.
All right, so this is Revelation, the 14th chapter and the 9th verse. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's what I'm saying. So it was presented in verse 13. Do you want it or not? If you don't want it, you can be killed. You can be maimed. You can be discarded. You can be excommunicated. If you do worship the beast and you take that, it says you're going to get destroyed. It don't say nothing about you taking it out. It don't say nothing about you. No. It's been presented and you taking it. You get destroyed. Now let's jump to verse 15. Let's jump to chapter 15. And start at the top. We're going to start at the top of verse 15.
Chapter 15, verse 1. All right, it reads, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God.
That's what I'm saying. Being delivered from the chaos, watching Babylon being destroyed from the chariots. You see? Now read the next verse.
All right, verse 3, and it says, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty, just and true are thy ways.
When we got delivered from Egypt, did we sing the song of Moses before or after we got delivered?
After we got delivered.
Who the new Pharaoh?
This devil.
Are we gonna sing the song of Moses before or after this nigga get destroyed?
After he get destroyed, like it says.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Revelation 17 and 18 is gonna happen because of Revelation 13, 14, 15, and 16. And we're not wondering. That's what the fuck it is. Goodness goddamn gracious, man.
Yeah, but some people have blood on their hands, and like the first precept we read, some people teach for strife and vainglory and other reasons besides what the mission is. Okay.
But we so damn dumb. Let's go to verse 6. Let's go to chapter 16 to get the grievous sore.
Let's do it. Let's keep it pushing. All right. But hey, Lord willing, those who are sincere amongst those come out of that, man, because it's gonna cause you to make some choices that you ought not to. All right. Let's grievous sore here. Right.
Jay crazy as hell.
Yeah, but hey, this is it's a part. It's written in the movie. It had to be written this way. It had to play out this way. And in the kingdom, we're gonna look back on this like, man. I think I passed it. Hold on.
I'll pull it.
Yeah, I passed it.
All right, it's verse 2.
All right, so this is just start at the top. Revelation 16:1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying, the 7 angels go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth.
You see that?
Yep.
Keep going.
And the first went and poured out his vials upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon men which had the mark of the beast upon them, which worshipped his image.
I will say, now pull grievous sore. Now, the Lord, that's what I'm saying. The Lord gonna make you regret it before he destroy you.
Yeah.
You see? That's what I'm saying. In Deuteronomy 22, the damsel that cries out is found with no fault. But the damsel that's with it, she gets destroyed with this nigga. You know, and we don't got to get it, but that's what I'm saying. It's a damsel that opens her legs and she allows it. And it's a damsel that cries out that's found with no fault. You got to deal with both of those. You see? Go ahead.
All right. So the word there, let me get it for you guys. Helkos.
Strong's G 1668. Helkos. Helkos.
All right, and it's a wound producing a discharged pus.
That's what I'm saying. Sin gonna do that?
That's physical.
Bro, can you imagine sin doing that to your head?
Hey, yo.
A sore, an ulcer in your head. But that's what I'm saying.
Damn, we all will be having pus coming out our heads because I gotta work on the Sabbath.
You know what I'm saying? We all do. The Lord considered us an adulterous generation. It shouldn't be no more of us left. The penalty for adultery is death. And this is an adulterous nation.
Yeah. Somebody lying.
Somebody lying, cuz.
And it ain't the Lord.
You got it.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna read that verse 2 again and get off of this really quick. Hold on. All right, yeah, verse 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image.
That's what I'm saying. So you got your congregation thinking that there's no penalty for this. They gonna have to deal with this. And when they dealing with that, guess who they gonna think about? They gonna think about the man that told them not to worry about it.
Yep.
You know, man, he lied to me. You know.
Yeah.
What you got a lot of little old me for? You know, they gonna be offended as fuck. Now let's jump to Revelation 20.
All right. So let's go to Revelation 20.
Yeah, for the souls that were beheaded. You see?
Revelation 20. All right.
That's what I'm saying. We got more love for your congregation than you do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If we hated you the way y'all said we did, we'd just be like, you know what? Fuck them all. Let them die. No. The Lord got the Spirit on us to bring this out, and then whoever receive it. Go ahead.
All right, so it's Revelation 20:4. It reads, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
That's what I'm saying. A portion of the witness of Yahushua is to say no to this devil, man. You see?
Yeah.
That's what they want. That's what they gonna behead us for what we telling them. Look, we told everybody we got them already, and here you niggas come hating. Talk about Yahushua. Talk about Yahushua. No. This is our planet. We in our blessing. This is our inheritance. And we saying no. Your shit is at an end, devil. That's why they want to chop our fucking heads off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And for the word of Yahweh, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their forehead.
Now notice in Revelation 17 and 18, it ain't talking about none of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. All right, it says hands here for people that like to get simple.
That's what I'm saying. And that whole butt cheek remark, you probably won't. Yeah. You know what? Whatever.
Yeah,
you know, the prophecy don't say that. Let's just leave it at that.
Niggas. And they lived and reigned with the Mashiach 1,000 years.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a reward. It's a reward for saying no to this devil. You see, it tell you about that. It's telling you about it right here. It's telling you about it in 15. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come a point where we're gonna have to say yay or nay to this devil. Right now, we can end on let's get Second Maccabees 1. Is that the one with Eleazar?
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's get the Eleazar account. Yeah, let's get the Eleazar account. You know what I'm saying? Because what we gonna do back then during the Maccabees, they was forcing pork on everybody to show your allegiance to the Greeks. Right now, to show your allegiance to the Romans, which are the same people, you got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go into the Maccabees during the time when they was forcing pork to show your allegiance to this devil. Fast forward to now, you got to take that C to the H to the I to the P to show your allegiance to this same devil. Okay, go ahead. Start down. I don't think we got to read the whole thing. Yeah, we don't got to read the whole thing. Matter of fact, dang, my apocrypha ain't over.
It's Second Maccabees, right?
I believe so.
It's Second Maccabees, like the 6th.
Yeah, Second Maccabees. Yeah, the 6th chapter.
All right, yeah. All right, Second Maccabees 6. I'm just gonna go to the. Should be like around 15. Let me see. Listed height. No. Eleazar 18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Eleazar 18. This is Second Maccabees 6 and 18. It says Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Stop. Think about fast forward to today and put yourself in his shoes, right? We're gonna say Yatazak for the sake of the lesson, right? I've been put in a position to not take swine's flesh, but to take this C to the H to the I to the P.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in a position to where I have to choose. This is the hour of temptation for Eleazar.
Yeah.
Meaning it's going to be an hour of temptation for me in my own walk, my own personal walk. Okay? Right. Go ahead.
Verse 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously.
Whoa. Die gloriously? It's more than one way to die, right?
Right.
You can die gloriously or you can die of shame.
Yeah.
He chose glory. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's glory. Right? Rather than to be like those same Israelites in the Maccabees that conformed. You see, some of them went ahead and ate it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That are Shalakia, rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment.
That's what I'm saying. So, Lord willing, the zeal that's on me right now is 100-fold when these devils got this option in front of me in the hour of temptation.
That's right.
Okay? You're going to have to choose. Go ahead.
Verse 20. As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. But they that had the charge of the wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring the flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh, taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
That's what I'm saying. So he decided, look, he had people come to him, Israelites come to him, be like, look, man, we'll just say that it's lamb. We'll just say that it's turkey. That's what I'm saying. We'll just say it's pork. And he was like, no, I mean, it is what it is. No.
Yeah.
That's equated to these same Israelites talking about, well, man, what if you take it out? Or what if they sneak it in me? Or what? No. His mind was made up. I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah. So even though if he say he would have took lamb, it still would have been wicked because he has the blood on his hands. You go to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. He would have led other Israelites astray to partake in that wickedness, which he would have had blood on his hands. Either way, it was wrong. Them taking him to the side and saying, well, you can have something lawful. No, nigga, regardless, not having a hard no against partaking in this is wickedness. And it would cause people to be destroyed. For us,
right.
The RFID chip is a hard no. Whether you say it's the mark of the beast or not, for you, if you're an Israelite and you know who you are, it should be a hard no.
That's it.
This is what we're trying to get people to realize, man.
That's it. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna read 21 once more. It says, but they that had the charge of the wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat the flesh, taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna be able to lie our way out of this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to hustle you either man up. I was saying you either man up or you don't.
Yeah.
You know, and our fathers have a history of manning the fuck up.
That's right. You can't play both sides of the fence. You either with the Lord or you not. It ain't no way. You know, I'm cool with both of y'all. That ain't the spirit the Lord looking for.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Verse 22. It says that in so doing, he might be delivered from death, and for old friendship with them find favor.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna eliminate death to be surrounded by. I'm gonna avoid death to be surrounded by idiots still in captivity with the Lord pissed off at me.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
To save my own ass. The scriptures tell
hard
you
pass.
That hard pass. The scriptures tell you, man, that he that seeketh to save his life is gonna lose it. And Eleazar understood, as we're about to read in verse 3, man, that hey man, death ain't final. What is final is your obedience. You know, the way you move towards the Lord. That was gonna be remembered throughout the ages. That was a pivotal time for our nation. And for him to, if he would have went and made that decision, man, it would have led to a lot of death and destruction.
That's right.
All right. Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age and the excellence of his ancient years, and honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I'd rather die. Period, point blank. I'd rather die. And when you tell Esau that you'd rather die, he gonna plan to torture you and all these different things. But that's what I'm saying. Yahweh Shah took the most brutal death a man has ever taken.
Yeah.
And he took it. And he was resurrected. And he was raised up. And he was glorified. So fuck you.
Yeah. Verse 24 says, for it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't finna stain his reputation for that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, everybody knew who Eleazar was. You know what I'm saying? So he knew all eyes was on him. So he had to set an example for the nation.
Yeah.
Just like we do. Go ahead.
Continuing on. And so they threw Salakia. And so they through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my own age and make it abominable.
That's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, man, we don't want to be hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? We've been telling the people that the Lord done put the spirit on us to do all these things just to fold at the end. No. That's not look. The prophets say the Israelites gonna win.
Yeah.
Either you believe that or you don't. Go ahead.
For though the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, fear not him that hath power to kill the body, fear him that hath the power to kill both soul and body in hell. Right.
That's right.
For though the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet shall I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why you get that grievous sore. He gonna make you regret it. You know what I'm saying? And then he gonna pour out that wrath on your ass. You see? But that's what I'm saying. You just learn it out. We're not gonna have to worry about all that. The Lord got us. Somebody got to pay that tab. 2/3 got to be cut off and die.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're the king of the 2/3. We used to say General Yohana was the king of the 2/3, but General Nathaniel Allah got something else to say about that. I don't know. I'll say shit. I guess Yohana and Nate is like MJ and Jordan. Which one you picking? Who the GOAT? What the hell is General Yohana?
Where's that nigga at?
Yeah, his fat ass said he was gonna have to. He said he was gonna take it because he was gonna have to eat. That's what I'm saying. When you ain't seen, that's what I'm saying. When the last time you see him? Yeah, okay. Keep reading, bro.
Verse 27. It says, "Wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will shew myself such an one as mine age requireth."
Stand up and say, stand up, show yourselves men in Isaiah.
Yep.
You see? Show yourselves men in that day.
Hey,
go ahead.
He stood stiffly for the things of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So this is a spirit that's going to be commended, when he receives his crown. All right. First Maccabees 2 and 50, it tells you, "My sons, be zealous for the law of your fathers, and stand diligently the same way Eleazar stood, and you shall receive an everlasting name." Then it goes off to list off all these examples of men who had this kind of spirit on them, man, who didn't love their law.
We can end with that. 2 Ezra 2. We can end with that.
Okay. You want to read this a little bit more and then go there?
Let's go ahead and finish this, and then we're going to jump there and we can close out.
Okay. Verse 27, once more, it says, "Wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will shew myself such an one as mine age requireth, and leave a notable example to such as be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws." And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's the spirit. That's the spirit that the Lord is going to put on his elect.
That's right.
That's the same exact spirit that he's going to put on his elect chosen men. You see? That's what it is. That's what it is. I would much rather die fulfilling the Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? And manning up and standing up for righteousness.
That's right.
Than to sell out and get killed any fucking way. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees 2 and 50. It says, "Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers."
That's it. That's it. Be zealous for the law. You know what I'm saying? And give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. You see? The covenant of our fathers said no to this shit. You see? And 2/3 of the nation of Israel got to be cut off and die. Why? Part of them get cut off is because of their wickedness and this right here. Not making that decision. You see? Want to live a little bit longer in captivity instead of going to the Heavenly Father and being sent back in righteousness.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You think so small. They don't realize what we get by standing stiffly.
That's why it's too many precepts and too many pages in this Bible for you to just limit it to a fucking gray area to line your pockets.
Wicked.
Go ahead.
Verse 51.
Now I'm starting to get pissed off.
Yeah. I've been because you think about it, man. This nigga know he know that he's lying. So he's willingly putting people in a position to miss out on, being delivered in this time, to be put to death. That's an evil person. That's an evil vibration to be in. Because you know that what you're teaching is off. A lot of the stuff you're teaching is going off. And for you to do it anyway, it's evil.
You are of your father, the devil. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 51. "Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time." We're supposed to look at those examples, man. And a lot of Jake, they really ain't even in that spirit. Job 8 and 8, he told you you're supposed to look back to the ways of we're supposed to look back, man, and be like, okay, what were the righteous men of our nation? How did they maneuver in these kind of situations?
Right.
All right. "Now, therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so you shall receive great honor and an everlasting name." And then it goes on these examples, man. "Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandment and was made Lord of Egypt." So as you go through the examples, you realize, damn, everything was on the line for these men. But because they stood stiffly, they were exalted far beyond they could have imagined at the time. It's going to be even more so for us, man. We're going to be given dominion over the earth, and everything this devil's trying to achieve with his bootleg kingdom, his great value shit, we're going to receive it day one. Verse 54. "Phineas our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood." All right. Yahweh Shai for fulfilling the word was made a judge in Israel. Caleb for being witness before the congregation received an heritage of the land. And I'm going to jump down to verse 61 just to cap it off, right? It says, and thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not the words of a sinful man, and the man of sin is being revealed in this time. His words are going to be like, hey, you got to take this to function within my society. And that's what we're warning the people of. Fear not the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms. This devil don't got the last say so. So we're not supposed to be bending to his will in any way.
Right.
All right. Verse 63. Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall not be found. Isaiah the 14th chapter. Because he has returned into his dust, and his thought is come to nothing. Wherefore, my sons, be valiant and shew yourselves men, the same way Eleazar did.
That's right.
In behalf of the law, for by it shall you obtain glory. And that's it on that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we coming up against. The hour of temptation is going to be regarding Revelation 13, 14, 15, 16, and 20. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a second back. Second Edges 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we can close out on that. Started like 40.
All right. Second Edges 2 in verse 40. Okay. It reads, take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of thy
the laws, the statutes, and commandments. Keep them. Wear your fringes. All that shit. And you're going to fall like a fucking cheap tit before Jacob's trouble even get here?
Yeah.
We finna cuss y'all ass out every time we get a chance through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We rebuking them demons. Niggas out y'all fucking mind.
It's verse 40.
Keep the general's name out of our mouth. I wish I would. As long as he keep on going off, the Lord gonna stay on his fucking helmet.
This verse 40. This verse 40 once more. All right, it reads.
This is what you need to be telling your congregation. Read.
Verse 40. It says, take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Mm-hmm. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw
the Lord's will is going to play out whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
We teach it. We preaching the victory over the image, the beast, and the mark. Go ahead.
Verse 42. It says, I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. In the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns. So this kind of links up with the everlasting name that we were talking about, those who stood stiffly. All right, this is
what Eleazar was thinking about. This what was on his mind.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This man of high stature is Yahweh Shai, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? Scroll up here.
That's what I'm saying. You said, I'm saying this is a ceremony that's gonna happen for those that stood stiffly for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Y'all preach something else. Go ahead.
He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
I was saying, you know how much mortal clothing you can buy? You know how much mortal clothing you can buy once you done sold out? Mortal clothing buying ass niggas.
Phone had a chime. And have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in the hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't doing that either.
Mm-mm.
We know that's not his name. Some people say Yahshua. Some people say this. Some people say that. Okay. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, they don't have
I hope your consolation is worth it.
It's a lot of things they don't have a hard stance on. We're instructed to have a hard stance on things.
They got a hard stance on the men of the Lord is bums.
Yeah.
They got a hard stance on we're not going to use the name Yahushua at all. Yeah. We see what y'all got a hard stance on.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 47, it says, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power has seen.
That's what I'm saying. And after this ceremony, you know what I'm saying, is when those men, when New Jerusalem comes down. You see? Man, I want to say, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rekahak Wadash, for understanding. And nuts. The spirit of Yahweh Shah is the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. And that's why you niggas don't prophesy, because you don't love Yahweh Shah, man. If y'all put the energy that y'all put towards General Nathaniel Alaga, towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, you wouldn't look so stupid. But we the ones that's so damn dumb. You know what? I'll be the dumbest nigga on earth if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah want me to be the dumbest nigga on earth. It is what it is.
That's right.
You got anything else before we close out?
No, that pretty much wraps it up. The line is being drawn in the sand. All right. For those who are sincere and who are willing to walk the path that we need to walk, to go through the straight gate, and those who aren't. So time is getting short, man. And we're not going to be out here warning people forever. You know, we're getting to that threshold where we're not going to be able to teach. We're not going to be able to be on the streets, and we're not going to be online anymore. So, you know, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying unto you. We want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.
Shalom.